vegetable coconut rice, coleslaw, grilled chicken. I would like to sing a song before we start the procedure for this meal. If you're happy and you know, clap your hands. Dun dun dun. I know a lot of people will be happy seeing this video. Okay guys, so finally uploading a video on how I prepare my vegetable coconut rice. So the ingredients that I'll be using for this preparation of my vegetable coconut rice are, I have my onions over there, I have my green beans, I have my carrot all well sliced, diced I mean. I have my salt and my seasoning powder. I have my chicken already grilled. I'll put up a video on how I was able to achieve that later. My crayfish and my grated coconuts. Okay, I also have my parboiled rice, already parboiled rice and well washed. I have my mixture of vegetables over there, cabbage, diced green beans, carrots. Part of what I use in the preparation of the coleslaw that we use in eating the rice, of course. And over there is my coconut milk. I'll drop a link in my description box on how I was able to prepare my coconut milk at home. So let's get started, guys. I put on the heat on my burner, then I allowed my pot to dry. When it was dried, I introduced my vegetable oil. Okay, there's a very minimal quantity. Be careful, guys, if you don't want to have an oily meal, please watch the content or the quantity of the vegetable oil that you use. And this time I am cooking a very large quantity of rice for my entire household, hence the quantity of the oil that I used. Now I'll be introducing my onions. I put in few to check if the oil is hot enough to introduce the rest of the onions. And as you can see, it is very hot, so I reintroduced all the onions. Okay, I introduced all the onions, then I also introduced my bell pepper. I forgot to also list that amongst my ingredients. The bell pepper that I used in this case was tatase. Okay, I don't know the Igbo name, that is tatase that I know it as. Okay, so I introduced tatase and a very little scotch bonnet, that's atarugu or osendu, as I've been asked to always say because I'm Igbo, right? Okay, so I introduced them into the oil, the very hot oil, and I stir for some time. Okay guys, after stirring I also added okay, so I'm still trying to put all the pepper into the mixture and stir properly. So after doing so, I also added my seasoning powder. Okay, I added my seasoning powder. In this case, guys, please always do what works for you. You know, our taste buds are different. It doesn't mean that we're overusing our ingredients, so do what works for you. So this is me introducing my seasoning powder and my salt to taste. Okay, so I also stirred for some time. I stirred and stirred for some time to avoid the mixture from burning, so always stir. Okay, I also forgot to reintroduce my ingredients. I have here a mixture of ginger and garlic. You could use the fresh ones if you have them, but this is very good. It's a very good ingredient that is already processed and it tastes just like the fresh ones, so most times I like to use them in place of it. But guys, if you are the type that loves fresh things, kindly use your fresh ginger and your garlic. You will also have the same taste, but do not add them too much so that it doesn't take the taste and smell of the coconut away. Okay, now I'm introducing my coconut milk. The video on how I was able to get this milk made freshly at home is, I'll drop the link in my description box. So this is the only liquid that you're going to be using. If you notice, we did not use the stock, the meat stock or the chicken stock. We are using only coconut milk. That is, we're not introducing the meat stock so that it doesn't change the taste of the coconut, guys. Remember, we're trying to prepare coconut rice here, so the major and active ingredient in this case is coconut milk. Okay, the quantity that I added wasn't enough because, as I said earlier, I am making a very large quantity of rice. This rice is for my entire family. So I'm not just making it for YouTube. I make and we eat, so I also upload what I made. So this, hence the large quantity of coconut milk that you can see in this video. So when you're making, try to do what works for you. Okay, so after tasting the coconut or the mixture with the coconut water included, there was a need again for me to add salt and seasoning cube. Remember, I always say do what works for you. Our taste buds are different. So I covered the pot and allowed it to boil for some time. After like 20 minutes, it was already boiling and it was now time for me to add my already parboiled rice. So I stir again for some time, stir again just to take out the coconuts that are sticking at the sides of the pot. Then I added my already parboiled, properly washed rice. As you can see, my sieve is filled to the brim. So that is to say that I'm really making a lot of rice, hence the quantity of everything that I've been adding. So guys, always watch out for the quantity of what you're making before you know the size and the quantity of ingredients again that you will use in preparing yours. Okay, so at this point I had already off the heat of my burner. Okay, then I'm trying to turn and stir and check out for ingredient if I need to add any other thing. Okay, I always like to off the heat because if I don't off it and I stir my rice like so, it always burns in the end. So this might be a trick that you haven't learned. Okay, so at this point my burner is completely off. So after adding and making sure that I've added all the quantity that I need to add and stirring properly, then I now on back my burner, the heat on my burner. Okay, and I closed it and allowed it to boil for some time again. Please guys, are you new to my channel? Kindly subscribe. Oh dear, subscribe to my channel for greater contents are coming. Share my channel with your family and friends. Like my video, comment if need be. I appreciate and reply to all comments. Guys, please support this cause and help me reach my permanent site. Okay guys, that is my rice boiling over there. So I covered it again for some time, okay, to allow the rice to dawn properly, or to dawn properly. Okay, so at this point I was noticing that my rice was almost done but still had some water. So another trick is to take your cover away. Don't cover it. Hence, if you do so, your rice will not be I don't know what to say. Let me just use the general word poto poto. Okay, the next thing that I'll be doing is adding my grated coconuts. Okay, this coconut gives your rice one amazing taste. You know, imagine you're eating rice and you're having this grated coconut to eat alongside. If you can see here, my water is almost, that's the water I'm using to cook the rice. My coconut milk is dried, almost really dried. You can only get the water when you use your spoon to open the down. That's only when you see water. So it is at that point that you add your grated coconut here. So after this, I also added my crayfish. Be very careful guys, for crayfish lovers, please remember that you're making coconut rice here. So don't add too much crayfish so that the taste of the crayfish does not overpower your coconut milk, okay? But crayfish makes this rice amazing. This rice without crayfish, I wouldn't really know how the taste would be because I've never done it this way. So do you have children that don't eat vegetables like mine? It's a battle that I'm really fighting. So in cases like that, at this stage, you can just dish out their meal because at this point it is really ready. Okay, at this point the water is almost gone. You could just stir the portion you want to serve to the people you have that don't eat vegetables before you add. Remember I told you that we're making vegetable coconut rice. So at this point I have stirred and taken out the ones that I was going to serve my kids. So I introduced vegetable for myself and my beloved husband. Okay guys, so this is just me trying to make sure that there is no water, and I have stirred properly, and my rice is really perfectly cooked, well cooked. It did not burn in any way. I'm just checking. Remember again to reduce your burner when you're the heat in your burner when you're doing things like this, to avoid them from burning. So after stirring and making sure that every ingredient was in the right proportion, then I introduced my vegetables. I don't let my vegetables to be overcooked. Okay, I don't let my vegetables to be overcooked, so I introduce them at the end. It is by doing like so that you're going to have crunchy vegetables. If not, you just have those vegetables that when you make food they'll just look like very bad. So to get green vegetables and yellow fresh orange carrots the way they are in this picture, make sure that you don't have any water. You are just done. You just add your vegetable to very balanced meal. Yeah, a balanced diet, and also to make your food very colorful. Don't you just love the color of this food? I know some people will say I'm overstaring. Don't mind me. Oh. Remember that I'm working with a rice that doesn't, come together and gather as a colony. I have a very good Nigerian made rice. Guys, this is local rice, okay? And it stands on its own. So hence the reason why I'm turning. Don't go and turn your food the way I'm turning it when you're not using a very good rice. So especially the ones that looks like tuwon shinkafa. Okay. Okay guys, so this is me reintroducing my chicken, my grilled chicken. I'll upload a video on how I grilled my chicken like so very soon. Okay, thank you so much for watching. This is my meal ready to be consumed by myself and my family members. Thank you for watching. Bye.